right. Hey, everyone, and welcome to the Knit Book Nook. My name is Sam.
And I'm Steph.
And this is episode 8 of the Knit Book Nook podcast. I tried out a new little intro. I clearly stumbled over my words.
So Lily today, she's like, Mom, what are you doing with Auntie Sam? I'm like, we record. She's like, are you guys on YouTube? Yeah, Lily. She's like, how do you find you? Do you search up Steph and Sam? Oh no, it's the Knit Book Nook, which I've never said until tonight because I'm silent on that part because I would stumble over it.
It's fun to say, but it is kind of like, it's a lot. My other niece, Eden, she got crochet kits. And so then she was asking her mom about my YouTube channel. And so she's like, what's your YouTube channel? I was like, why? She's like, oh, because Eden wants to watch it. It's like, okay, here it is. Don't make fun of me.
I would make fun of you.
I was like, please don't make fun of me. All right, so today is Thursday, May 28th. We just talked about the date, so it's right. I'm pretty sure it's right. May 28th. It's about 9 o'clock at night now.
So late. Yeah.
Pretty late because
the sun doesn't set and I get really confused with the time. So I didn't leave my mom's house until 7:40.
So it's a little later than we usually record, but that is A-okay because we are here. Next week, Stephanie will not be here because she has other plans, and that is, again, A-okay. And we will jump right in with finished objects. I do not have as many this week or this month as I did last month. But my first one that I'll talk about is what I'm wearing. This is my Tulsa tank. I got to turn around so you can see the back. So there's the back.
Okay.
So this is a pattern by Rebecca Clow, or the Crayabea, and I actually took 2 of her patterns and kind of meshed them together. So she's got this V-neck, which I really wanted in the front, but I did not want the V-neck in the back because then you would see like bra straps and everything, and I didn't want that. So I took, in this pattern, you have 3 different options for how you can construct it. They are all start the same, bottom up, and then it's just when you split for sleeves, or not sleeves, but when you split for the front and back, it's kind of a choose your own adventure. You can pick what you want. So she has a square neck, a cami. I think this one's called the cami or the V-neck. And then and then the back that I did is the vest. So I meshed the back from the vest and then the front from the V-neck together to create what I wanted. It was actually pretty easy to do too because the straps ended up decreasing to the same amount. So I just skipped the finishing on the V-neck portion because you're supposed to pick up and then add ribbing. And I skipped it. I left all the edges kind of raw and just they kind of curl in, and that's how the V-neck is.
Oh, as I'm uncurling them.
Yeah. No, it can uncurl too. You can kind of spread them out a little bit. The only thing I'm not crazy about is how deep my armhole is, but I'm always running into that problem when I knit tank tops. I think this is the 3rd tank top I've knit, and my arms are always just a little more loose or farther down than I want.
Yeah.
It's an easy fix. You can either add elastic to it to kind of cinch it up a bit, or I could just go back through and then you just knit this part smaller. But I tried on a different tank top that I own, like that I have from a store, and it kind of hits about the same point. It's just a little tighter, so it sits a little nicer. But this is a really comfortable tank top. I wore this on Monday for Memorial Day, and you can tell by my my burn line. It covers it up pretty nicely because I was wearing this.
Nice.
So everywhere I'm burnt is there. That's my first finished object. And you had to have one.
Yeah, except my daughter kept trying on. So I finished one of my Secret Garden socks, so I'm working on the other one. So I'm going to have that done hopefully by the end of the week. It's going up a lot faster than my other one did. The other one took me like 2 months to do, and this one it's like been a week or 2 of me actually working on it. So I had it done, but then I tried it on and like I knit it to the right spot on my toe to start the decreases, but when I put it on, it was just a little too tight and I didn't love it. So I'm gonna give it to my daughter, which is why it's lost because she was trying it on. She's like, look at it, fits. I'm like, yep, it does, because her foot is huge. So yep, still working on this though. So it's not quite a finished object, and I don't have the picture or the sock.
It's a hoe. It's a half finished object. It's a hoe. It's a half object.
So I want to have this done by the end of my school year, which ends next week Friday. That is my goal.
And I didn't even talk about the yarn for my show. I was gonna say she can talk about the yarn when we do works in projects. So, but that or works in progress. But that reminded me, I did not tell you what yarn this was, or the needle size, or anything. So I knit this out of Drop Spell, and they didn't have a colorway name. It was numbers, and it is the one tag I don't have with me. But yeah, I just knit it out of Drop Spell. I knit the DK version of this pattern because in addition to the 3 options of the tank top that you have, you can also knit it in either a fingering weight or a DK weight.
Have you ever noticed the difference between your armpit holes for DK and versus like fingering weight?
No,
Is there like okay?
Just
I was just curious.
Lower than I want, which is fine. This was my first time using Drop Spell. It is a cotton linen yarn. And it wore really nicely. It was pretty hot on Monday, and this was totally fine to wear. I threw it in the wash. It just finished dry. I did lay it out to dry. I did not put it into the dryer, but I feel like it feels nice still. So it's one of the first garments I knit out of cotton. I do have another one I knit out of, I think it was a bamboo and viscose, and I'm not crazy about that one. It was the Lion brand True Boo, but it's too shiny for me, honestly. The yarn was too shiny and it split a lot.
That yarn is super hard to work with. Like I've tried to use it before.
Yeah.
For other things, and I'm like, I'm not
crazy about
like
it.
this.
Okay. I will now move on. I have 4 finished socks that I did. So the first one I did is this. I think it's gonna blow. Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
So this was a test knit I did for Leah Gibson of Leah Loves to Knit, and this is her new boardwalk sock pattern. I knit the size small, so these are for my daughter. I let her pick out the colors out of some scraps I had since they were shorties. I just made sure that I had 50 grams of this main color, and then she wanted purple. And since I did, that one was, I think, I had it weighed out, and it was all, I had it like my grams that I used for the project. I don't think it's on my Ravelry, but I sent it in the way I was supposed to. And I've washed these already. For my socks, honestly, I just throw them in the washer and dryer. I wash them with our clothes because I forget.
You know, I try to separate mine.
These ones are kind of felting though, so I might be a little more careful with it. But yeah, so I knit the size small in this pattern out of just kind of leftovers. I think I had 15 of the purple and almost 50 of this main color. This was my our colorway Mist and Fury.
Oh, that looked familiar.
Yeah, that we had. And then this one, I can't remember. I know I dyed it, but I can't remember
what then
or anything else about it. But yeah, they turned out really cute. I really like them. And my daughter, as soon as I finished them, she's like, "Can I wear them?" I was like, "Go for it." I'll show them a little fuzzed up. You still see the pattern. It's really cute. The pattern is released as part of Leah Gibson's Seaside Sock Along.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, I think her patterns are still on sale, but I'm not positive. Be sure to check out her Instagram or her YouTube channel, Leah Loves to Knit, just to make sure. All right, the next ones, just because they're in the blocker, I'll talk about them next. But I finished my MCAL socks. I have an entire, I think it's 4 video series about these socks and my process in knitting them up. But this is the Bowler Bee socks by Monet Dragger. I think it's Monet. It might be Mon Dragger. Not sure. And I knit this out of another yarn that I dyed up. This is my Peach Bellini colorway. And I love the way these turned out. They were a pain to knit. There's so much cabling and detail throughout the entire thing. My hands cramped up. At one point, my pinky got stuck. So what did I do? I'll talk about this a little bit later. But my next MCAL I'm going to be participating in, and for the series, is another cabled sock. I love the detail on the heel though. I love the, so we did purl decreases for the gusset decreases, and they go in the opposite direction. So usually, let me pull back. That's really, that one won't work. This is another sock that I knit. I'll talk about this one next. Usually your decreases start at the top and they go down towards the bottom of your foot. For this one, we started about halfway through and then they went up to meet your instep. And it was pearls. So we decreased the pearls and it looks beautiful. I really like it. And this is just a beautiful sock that I will never knit again because holy man, those cables. But they're gorgeous. And I also love the, I don't think Stephanie's seen these socks.
No, I haven't.
So
I was
they've
gonna
got
go
these
grab it.
heart cables that,
I'm
and I
just
think
gonna
they look
take
like
this.
Celtic hearts, and I love them.
Oh, these are
I
real
think
pretty.
they're beautiful. They are beautiful socks.
You're so gorgeous.
And
They
for
do look like
those,
the
I
pain.
knit the size, I think it was the medium. So it was a
Oh,
64
man.
stitch.
Even cabling in the
There's
cuff.
cabling in the cuff too. Yeah, there's so much cables.
I like this part. I like
It's
how
really
it
pretty.
separates.
The
Sorry.
braid. So that was the first time I ever did. It's a horizontal braid. And it wasn't hard. So you actually used a crochet hook to make
Oh,
it.
nice.
Okay. So next I will talk about the pink socks that I slightly showed to show off the gusset decreases. Let me put them on the blockers real quick so I can talk about them. I'll talk about the yarn real quick because I have used this yarn before. This is Knit Picks Felici on the colorway it's SWAK or Sealed with a Kiss. And then for my contrasting heel and toe, I used Knit Picks Stroll. I think it's Dove Heather. I'm not positive about that, but that's what I think it is. But this is my socks. It's just a pair of vanilla socks. I knit them on 9-inch circulars. The pattern is by the Crazy Sock Lady. I did 15 rounds of 2x2 ribbing for the cuff, 45 rounds for the leg, a slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset, and then a rounded toe. But I think it was Knit Picks and not me. I may have used, so I'm not going to say anything because it may have been me. But I can get 2 pairs of socks and have like a touch left over of a 50-gram ball. And I ran out of yarn on the second toe. So I've got I had to finish it. I finished it off in the gray just a couple rounds before I started the toe. I knit these on a US 1 2.25 millimeter 9-inch circular as I did this, which is why they killed my hands because I knit them on 9-inch circulars and I did all those cables.
Oh my gosh.
This one, I did knit this one on Magic Loop since it was a size small. I have to pull them too much. I have to pull the stitches too much on my 9-inch circulars when I go anything lower than a 64 stitch. So I did knit these on Magic Loop. Sorry, I know I keep having to go back and.
Sorry, now I'm going to interrupt. Would you do that sock again, not on 9-inch? Like if it wasn't a test knit, would you have done it on like the Magic Loop? The 9-inch?
This
Yeah,
one? This
yeah.
wasn't a chest knit. It was a
the-
knit along.
Oh, mystery knit along. Okay.
I might. So when I did, because I switched to Magic Loop to knit the heel, and the heel is cabled as well.
Okay.
It was a little easier on my hands, and then as well as having the break on the bottom of the foot with just having stockinette.
Yeah.
That went a lot easier and faster than my leg did. So would I knit them again? No, because there's too many cables. Would I enjoy knitting them more on Magic Loop? Probably.
Okay. That was my only question.
I'm going to go back to these because I'm going to slightly talk about Knit Picks. I have another pair of socks I'm knitting out of Felici, and I weighed my yarn before I started the socks, and one of my 50-gram balls was like 43 grams.
Yeah, it was way off.
It was pretty off. So I'm knitting shorty, so I'm not going to run into the problem of running out of yarn, but I am a little disappointed. And my goal is to knit through all of my Felici yarn that I have this summer, and then I'm probably not going to buy it anymore, especially since like I'm buying 50-gram balls and they're not 50 grams.
So you bought this one recently, correct?
No.
Oh, okay.
I bought them a while ago.
Oh, okay. Because I know when we were dyeing, we were having issues with that was the only
that was
thing
with the 100 grams too.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is because it seems to only be
I don't know.
the Felici.
So, yeah, I was gonna say I haven't had the issues with the stroll. I also have some of their Hawthorne fingering weights that I knit a sweater out of for my husband, and I didn't have any issues with that. I also didn't weigh the yarn though, so and I'm not knitting socks, so I'm using more, so I had more, so I wouldn't know if the grams were off.
Did you weigh? Sorry, I'm going to interrupt and talk about this for a little
That's
bit. But did you Did you realize it was going to be less because the other one was less and you just wanted to double check, or because everybody else was complaining about it? Or did you like just notice? You're like, oh, that doesn't look quite right.
Well, I mean, I heard so I watched on Two Stitches here on YouTube or Knit All the Yarn podcast, and she was having the same issues with Felici where it's the less grams than what they're kind of advertising, and then it's the dirty stripes.
Yeah,
I ran into both of those issues with the last pair of Felici that I knit.
That's right. That was really bad. Like I feel like if I notice something on yarn, it's bad because I'm like, don't care.
So I did not weigh this one when I started, which is why I don't know. I couldn't remember if maybe because I did knit another pair of socks because I had two 50-gram balls, and then I did knit my mom a pair of socks out of the other one, and I was able to get a pair of socks for my mom out of it, and she has a larger foot than I do. So this must have just been less grams, which is why I ran out. So because I did run out of yarn on this one, that's the reason I weighed the other two that I'm knitting with. Those are my last two single balls of yarn from them, though. The rest of them I have doubles, so I'm not worried about it. Sure. All right, my last finished object, which look really, really wonky on sock bloggers. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they do.
This is the True Crew socks by Summer Lee. So it's a bit more of a slouchier sock. It's a completely different heel construction than I've ever done before. So you do increases starting like halfway through your leg. You do increases, and then you like decrease them on your heel turn, and you almost do like short rolls, kind of. I don't know. Yep, it's a paid for pattern, so I'm not going to give too much weight, and I can't because I don't know. I just follow the instructions. But I did try them on, and they actually fit really nice. They just look really weird on sock blockers because they are pretty slouchy, especially in that.
You're right here. Yeah, this is where the problem
is. Because of this area right here. Because it is slouchy. Even in the pictures, it's slouchy, though. But I wanted to try it out. Try something new. And so for the yarn for this, it is Kato Yarn Co. And it's in the colorway Primrose. And it's beautiful. I love this yarn.
That's really pretty.
I'm probably going to knit another pair of socks out of the leftovers I have because I did not use all of it. But it's really pretty. It's an interesting construction. I haven't worn them yet. I just tried them on. So I'm going to see how they wear, see if I like them, and then I will decide if I want to knit more from this pattern. She also, in that same sock pattern, she does have a ribbed version, which I think I might like better because the rib will kind of cinch everything in a little bit. It'll still have this slouchy area right here in the middle.
I think maybe the cuff, if that was a little bit longer, I think it would look a little bit
I did just follow
different.
the pattern.
I know, I'm not judging you or anything.
Because I wanted to know. It's a new pattern. It's a new construction for a sock for me, and I wanted to see how it went. But I'm really happy with them. And again, I knit this on a US 1 2.25 millimeter 9-inch circular needle.
This yarn is really pretty.
I know, I really like it. I like the purple one. Okay.
Is that the one I got you?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't remember.
She got me this for my birthday. It's beautiful.
From my local yarn shop.
Yes. Okay. So to make up for my lack of finished objects, I have 4 works in progress, which is actually I have 5. I am going to talk about it. I was going to talk about one of them, but I will talk about it.
I knew it.
5 works in progress, which is way more than what I typically like to have. So now I'm kind of, okay, this is my issue. This is why I don't like having this many works in progress is I don't know what to work on.
Yeah.
And then I get overwhelmed, and then I just want to work on one, and then I feel bad for only working on one. So then I feel like I need to work on all of them, and then I feel like I need to make like significant daily progress on everything. And I just kind of stall, and I'm like, you know what? I just hate knitting now, and I'm going to do something else. So I started cross stitch.
I do like cross stitching. I mean, I could grab that focus on anything long enough to do it. But it was really funny because we were like outside at my parents' house today watching the kids, and she had her sock. I was like, oh, that looks really cool. And then I turned to do something, and all of a sudden I see this other project. I was like,
yeah.
And it's like, and everything is like, well, the sock was mostly done. The sweater, it looked like it was
I'm,
Just starting?
I think about a quarter of the way through the body.
Yeah. It was really funny though. I was like,
Because I can't focus. When
Well, I
I
think
have
we-
so much to do, I can't focus. So I have a plan. I'll talk about it after I share my works in progress. But you can share about your yarn because
oh yeah. I don't remember. I've talked about it literally every single time for the last like
Is
3
it a
months.
Regia?
Yes.
Okay, she's knitting it out of a Regia yarn.
Which is nice and thick. Like it'll be a good like winter sock. Like it's really warm. It looks like it'll wear well for my daughter.
I love Regia socks. They're a little more rustic. So
They're
like,
rustic.
They're a bit more scratchier than like the Superwash Merino, but they wear so nice. I love them for winter.
I talked about this. Excuse me. Gotta love that allergy season. I talked about this last time too. The only thing I'm kind of sad about is because I picked such a patterned sock pattern where it's got all the cables in it. You can't really see the cables unless it's on. Now my daughter tried them on. I tried them on, and then you could really, really see the cables. But I don't even think they're gonna show up.
I can't see it in the camera.
But they are cabled,
love
and I've
it.
been doing a pretty good job cabling. My cables are a lot bigger, I think, than yours, and they are a little sock cabley gorgeousness.
No, you can't see that.
Yeah,
But I was trying. Okay, I was trying.
it definitely is cabled, and I definitely know how to cable now. But because they're thicker cables, it's really not that bad. Yes, my beautiful yarn bag. Which it's funny because I was at a birthday party the other week.
I
And,
started making bags again.
oh, nice.
Just like a couple, like small
Okay.
batches. Sorry, that's from Stitching Plaza.
Yes, she got it for me.
Okay, so you have
Okay. So I was at a birthday party the other week, and they're like, "Oh, we always know that you'll save a spot because you're always knitting." And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Yeah, you and your sister."
Mhm.
And so we're going to the park tomorrow. And I may just sit and knit.
I will not be sitting and knitting. I will be chasing around a 2-year-old.
Yeah, so you have a 2-year-old, so you can't do that. But I have big kids.
Chaos.
He is very chaotic. So chaotic. And I'm not bringing my dog, so I don't have to chase that thing. Very angry with her.
All right. I'm gonna start.
Oh,
off-
but I'm using US 1. No.
Yeah.
US 1, 2.25 millimeter
Magic Loop.
magic loop. And I do like knitting the cables on the magic loop, which is why I was talking about it with her.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I feel like it's not super challenging in my hands. And my thumb's been acting up really weird. Like I can't grasp things with it right now.
Aw.
I think I tore, strained, etc. something in it, but it's been bugging me. So I was like, oh, I'm glad I'm not having that problem because that would be really bad for my entire hand not to work.
Yeah. I feel like okay, so this is my problem because I wanted to knit both of those socks at the same time. I only have 2 longer cables for my US ones that I use for my toes. So I would not have been able to knit any socks at all in the month other than that pair of socks if I would have done Magic Loop, which is why I'm sticking with my 9-inch circulars because I also do not want to buy any more needles. All right, so I have 2 half-finished objects. I finished these this morning. I finished these this afternoon. Well, this one. I have not cut my ends yet, but I did weave them in. I'm just going to show them at the same time. They are the same sock pattern, just different yarns. So these are the Shorty Bee socks by Summer Lee. It is in her Shorty sock set patterns. It comes with 3 different Shorty socks.
Oh, cute.
So this is like her basic Shorty sock pattern. And I just follow them. This one's a little longer because I was knitting on the foot last night with my mom and she's like, "Ooh, I like that. Are those for me?" And I was like, "Sure." So this is Knit Picks Felici. This is the color Popular. And this is the color Gravity.
I was going to say those look like Wicked socks.
I have, again, already knit a pair of socks out of both of these
That's why it
colors.
looked familiar.
I knit them for my niece and I knit her 1 sock out of each because she's a huge Wicked fan. So I've got second socks to knit, and then for the heels and toes, this is just a bare stroll fingering weight yarn. And I'm knitting both of those on my 9-inch circulars. I have not started the second socks yet because I need them. I need my needles, and again, being overwhelmed with projects, I am going to knit one at a time. I'm going to knit one of those socks and then knit the other one instead of having multiple socks on the needles
You
at
have
one
10
time.
socks.
I can't do that.
In a line.
These ones I knit. So again, these are 9-inch circulars, US 1 2.25. I did the size medium. I don't know. She's got different. I can't remember if she's got 3 or 4 different stitch counts in her patterns.
Does she have the kid sizes for those ones?
Not for this one, but it's really easy to take the Weekend Shorty sock numbers and then just plug them into. I did that with her all the frills.
Okay.
For my daughter Giada, she's 4, so she needed a child size sock.
Because I think I'm gonna do when I'm finished with my socks. We're gonna go into like plans, right?
Yes, we will go into plans.
Okay.
So for these ones, I knit the cuff and the leg on one, and then I knit the cuff and the leg on the other one. I did the heel flap and gusset decreases on, I think, this sock, and then I did the ones on this sock. So I knit them like at the same time. That's what I was trying to say. And instead, for my next ones, I'm just going to knit a full sock out of one color and then switch and do a full sock. Because I'm also knitting another pair of socks. So for Summer Sock Camp, the Crazy Sock Lady released a new pattern called Cottage Hearts. And I'm knitting it. So there's the colorwork section. I needed to go up a size, but I don't have a 1.5 needle. So I just made it work with my ones. I was like, it's like a half a size.
Yeah.
How much difference is it going to make? Well, if I would have knit a little looser, it probably would have made like a bit of, not a bit, like a big difference, but I definitely have one round in there that I can feel is much tighter than everything else. So, but I got the color work done and I am starting the second color work section right before the toe. So, like I said, this is a new pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady. I'm knitting it on 9-inch circulars. Because why would I deviate even when I'm supposed to?
So, are you supposed to just do the color work in a different number? So, if you do this whole section, this would be in a different number?
So, you go up to a 1.5 for your color work, and then you go back down to...
For like, starting like right here?
Up here.
Oh, so you do...
So, all the color work as soon as you start.
Yeah, so you just do... So, you start with like your 1, and then you do to 1.25 all the way down to here?
Oh, 1.5, yeah. All the way from the top of the small hearts to the bottom of the...
You're not like switching needles every time you do color.
No. So it would just be this entire section from here to here that you would switch your needles.
Gotcha.
And then you go back down to knit the rest of your sock. And then you switch them again when you get to, if you choose to do the color work section on the foot.
That's cute.
Which I did, which I don't know. This might be another pair of socks that is just kind of decoration that I don't end up wearing, but we'll see. These are really cute, and I really do like them. For this, I just went stash diving. I had quite a bit left over of this color from, I think, a shawl.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, I think I used this in one of my Stephen West shawls.
Yes.
And I had like a lot left over. This I got from a friend quite a few years ago. It was one of her scraps. And then, I'm not going to lie, I have no idea what this is from.
They all look like they go together so nicely. It's really cute.
It's really nice. I really like the colors I picked.
I feel like you need to wear like a dress and just have like those socks.
I don't wear dresses.
I know. That's what I'm saying though.
I do not wear dresses. Okay. And then, I should
pair of tennis shoes. Like
my bags real quick. So I have this bag. It's a Highland Cow bag. It's holding my Felici socks. And I got this for my aunt for my birthday. And it is so cute. I love the Highland Cows on there. And then this gingham pattern. It is so cute.
Highland Cows, she keeps showing up on my Pinterest.
I'm
not obsessed with Highland Cows. They're cute and all, but I'm not all about that.
And then I got this bag from Mountain State Stitches, and I love it. It's just black and white with some crosses, some Bible verses. It is so pretty. It's one of my favorite bags. I use it all the time. All right, my last work in progress, and then we'll talk about future plans.
I like that bag.
Oh, I do. This was another bag from my aunt, and it has books all over it. I love it. It's got this nice little handle.
That's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick interruption of why I have not been knitting. It's because my kids decided they wanted to do a puzzle with me. So I've been sitting there, and it's a book-related puzzle. That's why it popped in my brain. But I'm like, want to go home and work on my puzzle, not my knitting. I love puzzles.
All right, I am knitting a shirt. I
This one's so
recast
pretty.
on the Extra Light Bright by Wool and Pine Designs, and I am working on the body right now. I think I'm about 2 inches from starting my next fade into my final color. I'm knitting the size 4 in this one. I don't remember measurements of what it's supposed to be. I did not gauge swatch either. So I'm knitting it on the recommended needle sizes and hoping for the best. So I'm knitting this on a US 4 3.5 millimeter needles. And this has raglan increases for the arm shaping. And then I'll go back in and pick up the collar, which I actually might do pretty soon. The problem is I'm going to use this cable to do my collar. So that means I would have to switch everything to a different cable. And I don't know if I want to do that. So I might just knit the body and then go back. Sometimes I like the way it looks though. Like, and you can kind of like, when you try it on, you can see how it fits a little better when you have picked up the collar because it kind of pulls everything in. So I've just convinced myself that I need to knit the collar.
Well, that's what I was meaning for the slouchy socks, because if you do a little, like longer for the cuff, it just tightens it up a little.
It might help it stay like on your leg a little better, but I think the whole point of it is to kind of fall down.
Yeah, wow.
So very 80s, like very,
I guess like leg warmer type things.
Yeah, that's
I know. I'm just saying for my
like
own
the feeling I get
personal,
from it.
like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
So I'm falling down.
I love the way that
too.
this is looking. I did have to, I started the color work fade once before and I ended up having to rip it out because my counts were off. And I'm really happy that I restarted this because I almost didn't. I almost like just left it alone for a little while. But I really love the way that this is looking. I am knitting this out of all yarns from Fangirl Fibers. I went stash diving and I was like trying to find things that kind of went together.
Oh, these are gorgeous together. I love them.
So the first color I started off with is Are You Satisfied With Your Care? It is a Big Hero 6 colorway. It was part of her Disney collection. And then this one that I'm currently using is My Friends Are With Me from Crescent City. Because I can't remember how to say her name now though. Lahaba.
Lahaba.
I loved her. She was my favorite. She was a fire sprite. Yes. And so I have that one that I'm working with now. And then my final color is Pirates, which was one of her Disney colors. So the reason I picked them to go together is because they all kind of have, like this one has the red. This one kind of has like the darker spots that are kind of red that I felt went with that. And then this one also has the orange that I thought kind of went with those.
I think it looks really nice together.
I am so bad at picking out colors.
No,
so
I think it looks good.
I'm really proud of myself. Okay, that's all I was trying to say.
It looks a little like, I don't think it looks bad, but I feel like it's a little busy from what you typically wear.
Yes, it is. I typically like solid colors, especially for my garments, but this year I've been really trying to like work through some of my stash.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of single skeins. So finding a pattern where you can have single skeins and kind of pair ones that have some coordination together. That's kind of what I was looking for. And then I think starting with kind of the specklies, this does have a little more speckles than I thought it would. And then the variegated and then ending with more of like a red tonal, I thought would kind of, one of our mics went out. Okay, here, we'll do our best. I'll try to fix it. I honestly don't know when my microphone cut out. So I'll find that out in editing.
I don't know.
All right. Final project. This one's going to take me forever because I'm not working on it currently. But I started and I got 2 colors done.
Oh, I like how did it come in the Toy Story bag?
It did.
Oh, cute.
Sorry for the crinkling. I'm having to pull things out. But I started a Bettenberg blanket.
Those are little mini squares, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Amanda's doing something very similar.
Oh, is she?
Yes, because she was showing me her little teeny mini squares. I was like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Amanda's doing something similar.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, so I'm crocheting. It's crochet.
Because she's crocheting too. She's like crocheting blankets to stash bust.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm doing, but I'm using it as like my Advent bus, kind of. So I've only got
That's
2
funny.
colors done, which is why I wasn't going to show it because this is going to take me
That's really
forever.
funny, though. I'm gonna let her know. Be like, see, I'm doing a little mini square blanket too.
The Bettenberg.
Oh.
So I am crocheting the Bettenberg blanket by, I think it's Emma something of Crochet Heart. I think, I'm not positive. Sorry. I'll have a Ravelry page made eventually. But I'm knitting that out of an Advent I got from Fangirl Fibers. It's obviously Toy Story themed. I got this, I think, in 2023. So it's been in my stash for a while. I maybe it was 24. But either way, my goal is to finish up this one and one other Advent before this Advent season.
The only Advent that interests me lately was the Nancy Drew one.
Oh yeah, that one looks like so much fun. I did already purchase the Advent from Granite State Yarns. It's like a classical Christmas colors,
cute.
and I'm really excited about that. I purchased hers this past year as well, and it was like all pinks, purples, and blues.
Oh, perfect.
And I already have a pattern picked out. I have one more Advent. I'm trying to work through my Advents if you can't tell. My plan is to work after. Actually, I ordered needles and then they got lost in Washington, and so now I have to wait until I'm done with my shirt because it uses the same needles. But I'm going to be knitting the Creative Advent scarf. I can't remember who the designer is. Sorry. Oh, it's Craftaholic.
Oh,
and I'm going to be knitting that scarf using my 4th wing Advent because you only need 10 grams, and that is a 10-gram Advent. And then I will be working on that one, and I'm going to be knitting either the Slay All Day cowl or wrap. I haven't decided which one I want to knit yet. Yes. We can talk about future plans now because those are my future plans, some of them. That was a really nice segue into that. Oh, hang on. Let me talk about my spinning first because I know, yeah, both of my episodes for spinning should come out. I still have to edit one as of right now, but I'm hoping to edit and release that tomorrow, and this podcast won't come out until Monday. But the first yarn that I spun in May is this one. It's from Clockwork Fiber. And this is Woman with a Parasol in a Garden on her Shanico Tweed. I had such a time spinning this because I spun it in the opposite direction that I usually do.
Why?
Because I didn't pay attention to my settings.
Oh, okay.
I have an entire video about this if you would watch it.
That would involve me actually watching things. I watch YouTube videos without sound.
So yeah, this is my beautiful yarn, and
It's really pretty.
Oh my goodness, these are my colors. It brings out my eyes so nicely, and I can't wait to knit with it. I don't know what I'm knitting with it.
It's really pretty. That is really gorgeous.
But because I had such an issue with that one, I was feeling really discouraged about my spinning. So I had some fiber that I picked up from Fox River Fibers out in Big Bend, Wisconsin. And I showed this fiber last week, but I spun it. And so this was pretty. My little 2-ounce braids that I got. So I had a blue one and a white one, and I did a 2-ply, and it looks great. I'm so happy with this. So one is a Corriedale wool and one is a domestic, and I don't quite know what that means, but it looks wonderful, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. That was such a relaxing spin, and
it's really pretty. I really like the colors.
Yeah, I love the way it looks.
They match my eyes. I'm just kidding. Actually, they kind of do, but
I like it.
Okay, feels like a little thicker.
This is actually thinner. It's a sport weight.
No, not compared to that one. I didn't touch that one compared to that one.
So it ended up being about a sport weight, and I usually spin between a DK and a worsted.
Are you getting better at like getting that part down as like
no.
DK? Okay,
not at all. But it's really fun.
What is your goal weight to get?
Like probably about a DK.
Okay, so this is a little too thin.
I like it though.
I mean, I like it.
I usually knit with fingering weight, so anything between a fingering and a DK is kind of what I aim for.
Okay,
but it's also I mean, I'm just having fun, so I don't care.
Well, because if you're gonna do projects, then you kind of need to know the weight. That's why I was asking.
They have any weight or any gauge projects where it's whatever.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get through a pair of socks.
Okay. All right. So future plans.
Oh,
I'll stop spinning that.
So I picked up a color like 2 years ago that I think I'm gonna knit some shorty socks for the kids with. It's black, and Maddie's all into black right now, but it's got a pop of color, so I think Lily will like them.
Nice.
But my goal is to work on that. I know summer sock camp's a thing,
Mm-hmm.
so I may try to do something with that because Amanda keeps asking me if I'm doing summer sock camp. I'm like, I just need to get through the last 2 weeks of school because my 8th graders are going crazy and I am losing it. And our kids and school.
Yeah.
So, but that's my goal right now. That's my only goal is I do want to do the shorty socks, but I want to see if there's other patterns. So I did the summer shorty socks by, now I'm making Summer Lee. Yeah, I knew who it was by. It was breathing.
Sorry.
And those were super easy to knit up. Like they were real quick. But maybe I'll just try something else. But yep, that's my only plans right now. And I'm going to continue knitting on my shawl. But I really don't like the next part. So I have no like real pressing need to do it. I want to finish my puzzle. That's my goal.
Nice.
That's about it.
Okay. So my next projects, other than kind of what I talked about with the knitting up through my advents, I am starting this one on Monday when this video releases. There's a new MCAL that I'll be participating in. It is the Wild Hyacinth Socks by, I think it's Xiu Wu. I don't remember it. I'll put it down here. I will do some editing and put it down there. But I'm knitting it out of this beautiful green color that I had in stash. I dyed this up for a Tinkerbell, to go with the Tinkerbell bag.
Yes.
Yes, that was my first iteration, and it is not the one we went with, but it is beautiful, so I'm going to knit with this.
It does sound like it looks like it'd be a flowery sock.
Yes.
For the colors.
And then I'm actually, because I'm crazy, I'm going to do a second MCAL in the month of June. That one doesn't start until June 19th, though, but I am going to be knitting the Soul Shawl by Amba O'Brien. And it needs a full skein and then a mini skein, and this is what I picked out. These did not go together. This blue one came with a different mini skein, but I liked the pink better.
This is still from...
Nope, I dyed this. I dyed the pink.
Okay.
But it is beautiful, and I like the way they look together, and I'm really excited about that. I will have more information. I will have like separate videos for these up as part of my MCAL series. And then I did also receive my next month for my year of fiber. And I will be spinning that up starting probably tomorrow or Saturday.
No, it's Farmer's Market Day on Saturday.
Well, I spin at night, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that's really exciting. Those are all my plans that I'm hoping to get done in the month of June. So I've got 3 socks to knit and, well, a pair of socks plus more pairs of socks and at least 1 shawl.
I just need to make it through work, and my 8th grader's graduating. And then I can start knitting.
Okay.
And doing other things.
That is all I have for knitting. It was a lot. We've already talked for 45 minutes.
I didn't even ramble that much this time.
No, and I have no idea how much I'm going to have to cut out because my microphone died. So we'll have to see.
I'm proud of myself.
I may cut out some of it and then have to like edit in just me talking about some of my projects.
You're just going to cut me out, do a voice, like...
I'll just have like a little clip out of me showing off my stuff, and then I'll jump back into this. I mean, I have no idea.
No, I would think I would have noticed the blinking.
Yeah, I hopefully it wasn't too much. I hope everybody's fine. But we are going to jump into books real quick because it's the Knit Book Nook.
I feel like you have to explain that.
Yes, because I mean, we just talked 45 minutes of yarn and knitting, and now I'm going to talk like 5 minutes of books.
No, I've still been listening to my series. I'll just talk first because I have way less than you.
Okay.
So I'm still reading through my, I gotta pull it out now. Darn it. I have 0 memory, guys.
I wrote all my stuff down, so.
Okay, well, I don't write anything down.
So. Well, she's pulling it up. I will just let y'all know what I read. I read 4 books this month.
Girl.
I read Over the Edge. Well, I finished Over the Edge by Susan May Warren and Terry Ferris. Loved it. It was such a good book.
That's the same author you read last month, too.
That was my final book that I was
Oh.
reading.
Oh,
so
you're
I
reading.
finished it.
Okay.
And then I read Scoundrel of Claymore Keep by Jill Williamson. That book releases on June 2nd. So it should be the day after this one comes out. It was an arc. And then I read The Spring Maiden by Allison Anderson. It was a Hades and Persephone retelling. And I actually really enjoyed that one. It was really cute.
Clean?
Yes. So I have switched to only reading clean books. I've been about a year that I have only been reading clean.
I'm just surprised. I've never heard of that. Like Persephone and Hades being like.
It's pretty interesting.
Clean?
I didn't really get the Persephone and Hades in it.
Okay.
Except for that she does have garden magic.
Oh, okay.
So we're getting there. There was obviously like this is like a 6-book series, and I read book 1.
Okay.
We'll see how the rest of it goes. And then I read Darkfell by Amanda Wright. I really enjoyed that one. It was very supernatural, spiritual.
Okay.
Like in like realms and like the spiritual realm,
okay.
good versus evil, like heaven, human realm, hell.
Okay.
It's really interesting. I really liked that one. And then I'm currently reading another arc. It is called Queen of Reckoning, and that one is by Kelly Fernlake, and that is book 5 in the Blood of Kings series.
And that's like fake fantasy, right? You're saying like
it's medieval fantasy. They say it was high fantasy. I wasn't really getting that, but it's more like a medieval fantasy. And the only magic that this one does have more magic in it, where it's got like mages and they can do magic.
Oh, okay.
So this one does have more magic in it than
Gotcha.
previous books I've read in the same series. And that is all my books.
All right. So I have been listening to Harper Lynn. So I'm almost done with her just entire series. So I'm on the last book that she's written so far. So like 10 of them. They're super easy. I listen to them before bed. So when I wake up, it's not like something super crazy and weird. But I have been reading Stephen King, The Gunslinger. So that's his like epic, very intense. I don't know how many books there are, but this is the first one, so it's a little weird. It took me a while to get into, but I'm pretty much done with that. I have like a page left that I fell asleep to last night. So those are my reading. I did pick up a book from the library about sourdough. It is a fiction about a baker who makes sourdough, but then she's like, there's something with technology involved. So
interesting.
But
because I make sourdough.
I know. So does everybody else and their mother, except for me. But
you have me, so, and your friends.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I don't want any anytime soon. But I was craving sourdough the other day. I was like, I'm not spending $15 on a loaf of sourdough at the farmer's market. I also live at the farmer's market, guys. Every single Saturday, I just go and we buy cake pops. Nothing else, just cake pops. I spend $10 on delicious cake pops. And this week they have Biscoff. They are not a sponsor, but I love their food.
I bet you would like the Biscoff. Well, it's a cookie butter, the waffle.
Yes, I've had that one too.
That's
okay,
good.
anything that's cookie butter,
good.
I will eat. I have eaten a jar of cookie butter by itself. I've dipped the cookie butter cookies into the cookie butter.
I love Biscoff cookies. I remember when they used to serve those on planes.
Yes, I mean that's why I just love them so much, and I love. I bought some for just to dip in my coffee too.
Nice.
I'm not very exciting, guys. I love cookie butter. Oh, and I got a cookie butter truffle yesterday.
Ooh,
it was
really
delicious. It was only $3, so I was pretty impressed with that price.
Well, now I'm hungry, and so we're gonna
sign off because cookie butter.
What better note to end on than cookie butter?
I also finished a jar of peanut butter too. Again, my farmer's market peanut butter and jelly deli.
That one's good.
I buy it and I put a spoon in it and I lick it so nobody else touches it.
All right, and with that, we will see you. I will see you guys next month. She won't. She'll be back in July.
Yep.
But we will see you next time here at the Knit Book Nook.
Bye.
Bye.